first died in Maine, but...
Shalom, Mishpachah. I'm going to continue on with our End Time series. Revelation 13 we are on. And I stood on the sand of the sea, and I saw a behemoth coming up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and on his horns 10 crowns, and on his heads names of blasphemy, beast, chimera, monster. And the behemoth I saw was like a leopard, and his feet were like the feet of a bear, and his mouth like the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his throne and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as having been slain to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the Eretz, or the earth, marveled after the beast. And they worshipped the dragon who gave authority to the behemoth, and they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like the beast? Who is able to fight with him? And he was given a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and he was given authority to do so 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemies against Yahuwah, to blaspheme his name and his tent and those dwelling in the heaven or the Shamayim. And it was given to him to fight with the Kodashim and to overcome them. And authority was given to him over every tribe and tongue and nation. Yeah. And all those dwelling on the Eretz or the earth, whose names have not been written in the book of life of the slain Lamb from the foundation of the world, shall worship him. If anyone has an ear, let him hear. He who brings into captivity shall go into captivity. He who kills with a sword has to be killed with a sword. Here is the endurance and the belief of the Kodashim. And I saw another beast coming up out of the Eretz, or the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb and spoke like a dragon. And he exercises all the authority of the first beast in his presence, and causes the Eretz and those who dwell in it to worship the first beast. Whose deadly wound was healed. And he does great signs, so that he even makes fire come down from the heaven or the Shamayim on the Eretz, the earth, before men. And he leads astray those dwelling on the Eretz, or the earth, because of those signs which he was given to do before the beast, saying to those dwelling on the earth, or the Eretz, to make an image to the beast, who was wounded by the sword, yet lived. And there was given to him to give a ruach to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause to be killed as many as would not worship the image of the beast. And he causes all, both small and great, and rich and poor, and free and slave, to be given a mark upon their right hand or upon their forehead. And that no one should be able to buy or sell except he that has the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is the wisdom. He who has understanding, let him calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Sorry, I thought we were supposed to say it, sorry.
Baby, if you're speaking for Yahuwah, you can say it. If it's in the scriptures. It's okay.
Anything like that, or any word.
It's alright, baby.
Sorry, everyone.
And I'll read 14. Revelation 14. And I looked, and I saw a lamb standing on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name, Yahuwah, written upon their foreheads. And I heard a voice out of the heaven, or the Shamayim, like the voice of many waters, or many Mayim, and like the voice of loud thunder. And I heard the sound of harpists playing their harps, and they sang a renewed song before the throne, and before the 4 living creatures and the elders. And no one was able to learn that song, except the 144,000 who were redeemed from the Eretz, or the earth. They are those who were not defiled with women, for they are maidens. They are those following the Lamb, wherever he leads them on. They were redeemed from among men being first fruits to Yahuwah and to the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no falsehood, for they are blameless before the throne of Yahuwah. And I saw another messenger flying in mid-heaven, holding the everlasting Besora to announce to those dwelling on the earth through the Eretz, even to every nation and tribe and tongue and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear Yahuwah and give esteem to him, because the hour of his judgment has come. And worship him who made the heaven and the Eretz, or the earth, and sea, and fountains of water. And another messenger followed, saying, Babel is fallen, that great city, because she has made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her whoring. And a third messenger followed them, saying with a loud voice, If anyone worships the beast and his image, and receives his mark upon his forehead or upon his hand, he also shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahuwah, which is poured out undiluted into the cup of his wrath, and he shall be tortured with fire and sulfur before the set apart messengers and before the Lamb. And the smoke of their torture goes up forever and ever, and they have no rest, Yom or Layla, day or night. Those worshipping the Behemoth and his image also, if anyone receives the mark of his name.
He's coming on right there.
Okay.
You're good. I'm gonna give you a kiss.
Okay, here is the love you. Here is the endurance of the set apart ones. Here are those guarding the commands of Yahuwah and the belief of Yahusha. And I heard a voice out of the heaven saying to me, Write, blessed are the dead who die in the Master from now on. Yes, says the Ruach, in order that they rest from their labors and their work follow with them. And I looked and saw a white cloud, and sitting on the cloud was one like the son of Adam, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. And another messenger came out of the Mishkan, crying with a loud voice to the one sitting on the cloud, Send your sickle and reap, because the hour has come for you to reap, because the harvest of the earth, or the Eretz, is ripe. And the one sitting on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the Eretz, or the earth, and the Eretz was reaped. And another messenger came out of the Mishkan, which is in the heaven, and he too held a sharp sickle. And another messenger came out from the altar, having authority over the fire, and he cried with a loud cry to him, having the sharp sickle, saying, Send your sharp sickle and gather the clusters of the vines of the earth, or the Eretz, because her grapes are ripe. And the messenger thrust his sickle into the Eretz, or the earth, and gathered the vine of the Eretz, and threw it into the great winepress of the wrath of Yahuwah. And the winepress was trodden outside the city, and blood came out of the winepress up to the bridles of the horses for about 300 kilometers. Bless you all, Mishpaka, and I will continue on with our series later on, and I will continue with and read some more from some of Lou White's books, which are really good. And they talk about the truth about stuff in the world that some of us might not know and some of us might not think of. I mean, a lot of the Nazarene already know that Christmas is not good. It is Satan's holiday, and that Halloween isn't good. It's painted as a children's day, and it's really a day for witchcraft. But I hope everyone has a blessed evening. I love you all. Shalom.